This fucking twisted sister bullshit. This fucking kid named Gianna Warfel, whatever the fuck. This transgender bullshit. The only thing that Guyana's known for is this fucking supposed mass suicide, which is complete and utter bullshit. First of all, nobody names their kid Guyana. Okay, nobody names their kid Guyana. Wharf L. That sounds like a fucking something in a port. Wharf L. Okay, but L, we know what L is, right? Listen to this bullshit. Some of you ain't even old enough to remember this, but I do. Listen, the numbers give it away.
Tuesday marks the 30th anniversary of one of the worst mass.
The 30th. Now watch how they badmouth this Jones guy to make sure that you think that this is the character that's behind this, although it's not. There's something much greater going on here.
Murder-suicides ever in our history. It was the November 1978, Jonestown, Guyana, a crazed egomaniac named Jim Jones.
They made sure that he was a crazed maniac so that you have no questions outside of that.
Engineering the deaths of 900 of his followers. 900.
And then they had to make sure that you get the 9.
A staggering story. Also killed was San Francisco-based Congressman Leo Ryan, and the fellow you're looking at there is Bob Brown, a lovely man, a cameraman who's a dear friend of mine. He was also killed. He and his NBC News crew, they went there to investigate the widespread charges of abuse in the Jones compound. They all died that horrible day in the jungle. Here's our report on the 10th anniversary. Jim Jones hid his madness in the jungles of Guyana. There, this false prophet was the Pied Piper, luring hundreds to his perverted utopia.
Okay, first of all, they're using the term Pied Piper, which is in reference to Pan. Okay, now all of a sudden his hand goes from yellow to pink. You see it? There's the color combination. Somebody or something else murdered those people. But wait, there's more.
He gave them a very, very strong religious belief. You know, I mean, sure, he had animals, he had swimming pools, he had all of that. But he told them, I am God. I live with Jesus.
His isolated haven.
He said, I am God. So there's your I am.
Then offering health care, food, shelter, and solace to his flock proved a seductive message to both the disadvantaged and the disillusioned. The People's Temple proved irresistible, even though members were required to surrender to Jones their money, material possessions, and their free will.
Well, you wouldn't want any money living there. What the fuck are you going to do? You going to go down to 7-Eleven? What do you think? There's a Quickie Mart over there in a Banana Grove, you fucking assholes? You think we're so stupid? And your freedom. Yeah, obviously. Where are you going to go?
Bill.
I'm very happy here. It's the best place I've ever been. I've never been any happier in my life. If I really wanted to, I'm free to go.
This was the awful result of all that trust and faith placed in a mad messiah. Pressed by an outside world bent on exposing his lies, his extortion, and his cruelty, Jones chose suicide.
Bullshit. That was a mass murder of some sort, kind of like Sandy Hook, but it wasn't. This shit ain't being done by people. And I'm not saying aliens. I'm saying the fucks that have been here.
Worse, he convinced hundreds of his followers to accompany him in a bizarre, sick orgy of murder and self-destruction.
Parents were talking to their children. And
that's bullshit, and I've proved it before with other videos. I'll see if I can get the picture on here, and I'll prove it to you. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Complete and utter garbage. This fucking world, wake the fuck up, you morons. Okay, here it is. Time Magazine. Cult of Death. Okay, let me just move this down a little bit. Look right here in the bucket. You see the goat's head? It's not a real goat. Somebody superimposed that. It's because the goat's head represents Saturn in Capricorn, and Capricorn is the goat. All this is ritualistic murder. This wasn't some madman. This was some bullshit. It's fucking utter bullshit. You want to see the real picture? Let's see the real picture of this supposed Kool-Aid. Here it is right here. Amazing. There's no goat head in there. How come on the Time magazine there is one, but in the original photograph, there ain't one. And why did they put it on a thing called Time magazine? There is a story that has been going on this planet for hundreds of thousands of years. Hundreds of thousands of years. This shit is, I can't believe that people are this blind that you can't see it. I didn't put that shit in there. They put it on the cover of their fucking magazine. Time, Cult of Death. It ain't the name of a magazine. It's a fucking statement. Time is the cult of death. Idiots, morons, hello, McFly. Time is the cult of death. If you drink of this wine, you will die. Time is the cult of death. Not this fucking guy they fucking made up. Time, Saturn, it's this whole fucking story. Why can't anybody see this? Fuck! I'm so tired of having to show this over and over. What is wrong with the fucking planet? This is a statement. It isn't a magazine. It's a statement. Time is the cult of death. Saturn is the cult of death. If you're born into the third dimension, you're born into what's controlled by a sine wave, which represents time. Biblically, it says the wages of time is death. Because when you're born into the third dimension, all things must end. It's a big-ass cycle. You're born and you die. There's a start and a finish. There's a beginning and an end, an alpha and the omega. Time is the cult of death. And there's people that revel in this cult of death that represent time. Why is this so hard for people to grasp? And they believe these innocent, idiotic, stupid stories. I'm speechless at this crap. I'm so tired of trying to show the world this stuff. They're just so removed from it. You know, it gets disheartening at times because it's so in my face. I can see it on a daily fucking basis. And I got friends of mine that they have no clue, none, not even a fucking, not even a sliver of an idea of any of this exists. Time is the cult of death. That's the cult of death, time. It isn't the headline on Time magazine. It's the statement of our reality. Here's the goat's head. The goat's head represents Capricorn in Saturn. Because Capricorn is tied in with Saturn. Oh, and it's very interesting how they made this goat's head. You see the big black X right on it. So you got the goat's head. Here's the two horns. Here's the eyes. Here's the face. Here's the body, and then you got the black X on there. I don't know where to go with this shit. Who am I supposed to go to? The fucking CIA? The fucking FBI? The local police? Who am I supposed to talk to? What am I supposed to go tell Satan himself? What? I'm out of ideas, guys. I don't know. None of you guys out there can even comprehend the frustration that I feel on a daily basis. I'm sure that you can empathize, but you'll never understand how I view this stuff from my perspective. I just don't know what else to say. There was no Jonestown massacre. There was a ritualistic murder, and it wasn't due to some crazy. Looky here. Here, you want more proof? Why do they put them on? Why do they put them on the cover of a magazine called Raven? We all know what the Raven is. It's the messenger to Saturn. The untold story. Oh no! The untold bullshit story. The untold bullshit story. Gee whiz! Oh no! So it isn't. Say it isn't so. What utter fucking garbage! This crap has been going on forever and ever and ever. Since they cut us off from the Creator, this shit has been going on and on and on. I don't know where else to go with this stuff. Look at this. This David Koresh guy. Tragedy in Waco. His name was death and hell followed him. Yeah, time. Not David Koresh. Time. Don't you understand? Time. Saturn. Time. Remember the movie The Time Machine? I want you to start trying to think different. Remember the movie The Time Machine? It isn't about some guy that goes back in time. It's a statement. Saturn is the time machine. And the gears, remember the gears I showed you? Are greased with the blood of human beings. Time. His name was death and hell followed behind him. People think it's this clown right here. That's not what they're telling you at all. They're telling you that it's time, it's Saturn, Satan. People are just, I don't know where else to go with this, guys. I don't know what to tell you anymore. You guys don't understand. I don't know if you don't see the big picture, or maybe you see part of it. This place, it's a goof. They've been systematically slaughtering people for hundreds of thousands of years. And it just goes on and on and on. And the bullshit stories go on and on and on. Here, associated with, because when you do a search, here's the name of a group that fashioned itself after the massacre. And guess what it's called? El Bell. Do you get it? El Bell? El Bell is a Los Angeles-based psych rock project that describes itself in the 13th floor elevators of Brian Joan Tower massacre. Okay? Do you understand how they revel in this shit? I'm not wrong about what I'm trying to tell you guys. I don't know where to go with it anymore. Who am I supposed to tell it to? There's nobody to tell it to. There's nobody that's going to make a difference. There's nobody that can get this shit out to the mainstream. I'm fucking frustrated. Completely. The news is complete and utter bullshit. It has nothing to do with what you think it does. Nothing here slightly resembles what you think it does. When I can look at something that was a mass murder, like the Manson murders, where they got the seal of Saturn on it, and the average asshole doesn't know that's the seal of Saturn, who are you supposed to go to? Who are you supposed to walk into and say, stop the fucking presses, it's all a fucking lie? There's nobody to talk to. The Jonestown Massacre. They make an album after called El Bell. I couldn't be more correct about this shit if I was involved directly with it. I don't see how. I already get the history behind it. I just don't partake in this crap. I'm just at a loss for words. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I don't know where to go with it. I've proved myself over and over and over and over. Look, there's the color combination. Yellow, pink, and fucking blue. I don't know, man. It's aggravating, and I don't know what to do. Whatever. Maybe you guys will get to my level someday. Probably won't.